topic is what? Reading. Now we know we have to do reading for many cases, many purposes. Number one, for exam. If you are going to answer comprehensions passages, that you have to read an extract and then answer questions based on that extract. It could be multiple choice, it could be true false, it could be short questions, it could be one word answer, it could be matching. There are many types of question can come from the same comprehension or passage. Also, you know, in your exam you have to summarize, right? So you have to summarize the comprehension you're reading passage. So I'm going to talk about two types of strategy. One is that you can start practicing at home, and then you gradually develop into a different one. Now, number one, I wrote there, see, strategy number one, and there I wrote context. That means, see, there will be some kind of passage or comprehension you will face where you don't know all the vocabularies, all the word meaning in there, right? So what you have to do when you are reading a passage or comprehension in exam condition, even at your home, after reading that word which you don't know, you have to guess the meaning based on the other word associated with that. That means based on the context, right? And now, strategy number one, read quickly and underline. Means you have to read the whole extract passage, and then also it could be a comprehension or a story, whatever you are doing. You have to read and underline those words which you don't know. This is a common practice you can do. Second one, step number two, read it again, the same comprehension or passage again. This time use a dictionary. Use a dictionary, and also summarize every para you are reading. Like maybe your comprehension or passage has 7 or 8 paragraph, right? It could be. So summarize them. In the story you are reading, in that case it has a lot of paragraphs, so you can summarize them with one or few words writing on the left or right side of that thing. Now, what it will help, what it can do if you do this one, when you underline the word which you don't know, and step number two, what you are doing, you are using the dictionary to find the meaning which you don't know. So that is actually increasing your level of vocabularies. So you're gaining new vocabularies. That is very important. And step number three, I said, read it again, the same story, paragraph or passage. This time summarize everything you read together. So when you have already summarized each of the para before in the step number two, the third step is easy, because you can summarize all of them together looking at those summarized title that you have done, or maybe few words you have written on there. You got it? This is step number one. This is one type of strategy you can apply as a beginner, because at home you have a lot of time. You can set out some time for yourself, and then you can practice all this thing at your home, and you don't have to time yourself these cases, because the thing you are practicing, it could be a 1000 word passage or comprehension, or even you can choose to read a 5000 word story. It's up to you. Now, the second strategy I wrote, this is very important. This strategy you can use in your IELTS exam, also in your ESL exam. ESL means, I'm talking about IGCSE ESL. Okay, over there you have to summarize, you have to answer question based on the passage or extract you are going to have. So I wrote here, see, you can start practicing at home. If you practice it regularly, then you will habituate to do it, and then in exam condition it will be very easy for you. So there are three types of way people actually what should I say, try to, these three ways people actually approach to answer comprehension or passage. There are three ways people can do that. So number one, it is when I was very young, I used to do the same thing. I used to read the entire passage and then tackle the question. That means I read the comprehension first and then I look at the questions, and then again I'm going to the comprehension, jumping into it and trying to find the answer. This is a very old strategy, and actually if you have a very good memory, then you can do that, because it is quite hard if you are reading, say, 1,500 word comprehension. Will it be easy to remember all the thing you have read at the beginning? Now say you have completed 1,500 word comprehension, then you're looking at the question. Now you have to go back again. Now look at strategy number 2. Many people does that. Okay, that is, they start with the question answer, then they look and the, can you cut that up? Okay, did you pause that time?
Yes, sir.
What is wrong with, so this is strategy number 2. See, first one, I will not suggest you to do that, because you do not have the luxury to go to the same passage of comprehension twice. So that is also a kind of bad management of your time. Now, second one, start with question answer. This is a very good one, that you go to the comprehension or passage, then you are looking for the keyword, because you have already read the question, so you know what to look for. Then you can underline, or you can come up with the answer from there, and also then you can scan for what you have to do. Like, there are many types of questions you're going to face from the comprehension or passage. So when you will read the question and go to the comprehension, that will make your life more easier. Now in this one, you have to do another thing that will make your life more easier. If every time when you are read the question and then you are looking at the comprehension, then while you're finding the answer, also you can summarize that extract, especially that para, within few words. That will make your life easier when you're going to write the summary. Okay, also if you write that thing few words beside every para to summarize it in your own way, that will also give you the idea what this para is talking about. Okay, so it will be easier for you when you're going to summarize the whole thing, if you have to. Now this step number 2, many people does that, so this is very effective, of course. But number 3 is actually a combination of all these three. Not read the entire passage, but it is a different way to approach your comprehension of passage. Like, first summarize each para. That means you are reading the comprehension, you're summarizing each para like the way I say, and then you find the topic sentence, because you know every para has a topic sentence. What is it talking about? You know that, right?
Yes.
Like when you're writing an essay or you're writing another composition, you point that out, and every para has to talk about only simple idea. We call it a topic sentence, the main thing you are talking in that para. Now then you can scan for your support, which means you have to read the question. After you read, you summarize, then you go for the questions, and then when you read the question and then you go to that passage or that para, specific para, this will give you more, it will make your life more easier. Like, you will find the answer very easy. And if you are answering IELTS, then there are many types of questions you're going to face, even in your IGCC as well. There are different types of questions you might have. Okay, so this way you can tackle that question very easily. So see, I wrote there at the end, where should the answer be? So now you don't have to think, hey, where should I look for the answer? Like, when you summarize them, you looked at the question and then you're looking for the answer, if you're following step number 3, the third strategy, you don't have to scratch your head and think, oh my god, where is the answer, because you already summarized it. Every para, you know where to look for. It will make your life more easier. And most of the cases, remember, the question set you are going to answer, they come in orderly fashion, like they come from 1 2 3. So that means maybe the 1 2 3 first 3 questions are from first para, then next few questions is from the second para. It could be like that. So they come serially. It is going to make your life easier. So all these 3 strategies, it's up to you which one suits you. But now if you keep all this in your mind and forget them, and you try to apply them only in your exam hall, it's not going to help you. You have to practice it from now on. Because if you this what you can do, you can take out a comprehension, a practice set, a test one, and then you can time yourself. If it is said you have to complete it within 1.5 hour, or within 1 hour, or maybe 50 minutes, whatever it is, you time yourself, and then you try to answer that one. So this way, if you practice, I'm not saying that every single day you will practice it, like every week, 1 or 2, or maybe 1. It's up to you how you're going to do it. And if you practice regularly from now on, if you take yourself time, I believe within 3 4 months you will see that you have developed a very unique skill to answer comprehension very easily. And also, this is a very important skill, reading skill you need. Any question?
No, sir.
No? Yes? No question? Okay. Thank you.